2026 is only just begun, yet we have already seen the best regatta for this year. The Formula 18 World Championship held in Jervoise Bay, Western Australia. Hi, I'm John Forbes for Joyrider TV. This regatta was the pinnacle event for the year. 12 countries represented, 74 boats from 5 continents. This regatta was the place to be at. All the heroes were there. Darren Bundock teaming up with Glenn Ashby.
The race committee has said that first across the line was bow number 02.
Add in your regular podium guys like Burville, Putman, Colby, the Argentinians, the Swedes, showing this F18 class is the class to be in right now. You normally sail the NACRA 17s, doing the Olympic campaigns, both yourself and your brother doing the 17s, and you're doing that again for the next Olympiad, but you've teamed up together again for the F18s. How do you decide who crews and who steers?
Oh, well, it's really an easy one. We usually argue about everything, but there's no arguments on this one. It's simply he can't crew and I can, so I jump up the front and let him make a few of the decisions at the back, or at least let him think about it.
I think it went very great. Nice venue, great organization, good atmosphere on the boat park, and we had a lot of boats here. Yeah.
How many NACRAs in total, do you know?
It's almost half the fleet. I think we are at 34, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
And was that both Evos and infusions, or what did you have?
Mostly Evos, but there is also a good bunch of infusions here. Yep.
Fantastic. And have you got both mixed crews and male crews on the boats?
Yeah, that's good is that we have all kinds. We have male, we have even female crews here. We have mixed U teams coming out of the NACRA 15, picking up, F18 sailing. Great stuff. Yep.
Pretty challenging conditions, especially for the smaller teams. There was lots of wind and big fleets, so sometimes it was pretty hard to sort of get out of the pack with the bigger boys rolling over the top of you.
How many other mixed teams were there at this event, do you know?
I believe there was 16.
16 mixed teams at the F18 Worlds?
Yeah.
Not a male-dominated sport?
I don't think cat sailing has ever really been a male-dominated. I think the cats have really been encouraging from the Hobies to all of up to the F18s.
You've been sailing with Adrian for 21 years. It's obviously a pretty good partnership on the water.
Yeah, it is.
You get along really well?
Well,
he doesn't yell at you or anything silly like that?
Well, not all the time. But it's all just in the heat of the moment, so.
But you're obviously enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
Congratulations again on being the 2026 Formula 18 Mixed World Champions.
Awesome, thanks, John.
You're the youngest skipper in the fleet here at the Formula 18 Worlds at 14 years of age. Can you tell us how you got into the Formula 18 class?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I got into the Formula 18 class at the NACRA 50th anniversary regatta. I sailed on a NACRA F18 Evolution with James Henderson. That was my first time, and then overall we placed 3rd. And then we got back home to Australia and thought, let's buy a F18. And we bought a Goodall Design Akura F18, and then Dad bought it, so he was like, do you want to sail with me or sail with someone else? And James was like, do you want to sail together for the Worlds? And I said, yeah, of course.
You got a 6th place in one of the races today. What's your secret to going really fast?
Well, James just started singing Katy Perry and we just got into it, and then, yeah.
It was so much fun. Sailed with Riley House and we kind of got thrown together last minute, met last Monday and managed to pull off 22nd, I think, overall, which we were super stoked about. But yeah, went out with no pressure, no expectations.
A bit of a funny story in terms of preparation anyway, that would be next to nothing. I was sailing with Amy Bruin Absolute rock star of a crew up the front. We had a blast the whole week, which was awesome. We ended up deciding to do this event about the day before the practice race. So yeah, we rocked up, boat was fresh out of the box, thanks to NACRA for providing us with the charter boat, fresh out of the box, and it was on pace, and yeah, allowed us to get some pretty competitive results.
And how many youth teams were there at this year's Worlds?
I believe there were about six of us, 7. We were the 7th one out of all 6 of us, yeah.
Great, fantastic. That's a pretty good improvement for the class, seeing as 2 years ago they had 1 youth team.
Yeah, I remember doing the Nationals 5 years ago here, and I think I was about the only one being 14 at the time. But youth in the class is so much better now compared to what it was 5 years ago.
And you're the daughter of A-class, foiling A-class champion Stevie Bruin.
I am.
Stevie did really well in this regatta as well, sailing with Adam Beattie. Did you happen to beat him at all?
We did. We managed to pull off a win just in front of him yesterday in the light stuff, which was pretty good to have over Dad. So yeah, pretty stoked about that.
You rubbed that one in forever, right?
Yeah, definitely.
One of the highlights for me at the F18 Worlds was the multi-generational Bruin family. We had Richie Bruin, 81 years old, crewing on an F18. We had former A-class world champion Stevie Bruin sailing with Adam Beattie, and we had Stevie's daughter, Amy Bruin, sailing with Riley House on a mixed team. All 3 of them sailing for bragging rights at their next family dinner.
Yeah, so obviously sailing with Matt is pretty experienced, so felt pretty comfortable on the boat, knowing I can just do my job and focus on my job. And obviously Matt's done lots of work on the boat and lots of innovating, so it's pretty fast through the water, which obviously can make up for some mistakes if you make them. I think we were thinking our VMG was a lot better than everyone upwind, and then downwind we were just moding to the situation. You know, if we're in front, we were trying to be low. Most of the fleet, or most of the top of the fleet, have the Vacros setup, which helps us obviously ping the line and get our distances. I don't know how accurate they are. We haven't tested it too much. So a lot of it's still by eye and feel and going with the fleet, obviously.
I noticed on your boat you've got some nice things. You've got a super nice trampoline. Is that something you designed yourself?
Yeah, we work a lot with LR Sales and Luke, and we spent probably about 50 hours working on the trampoline together and that sort of stuff. And I think that made a big difference. Yeah, the gooseneck as well, adjustable gooseneck, which we sort of adopted from Brett Burville and fine-tuned it for a bit better, easier to use system.
So this week we've had a lot of chop, which we weren't expecting. So we drop it down and give ourselves a bit more foot depth, which helps us punch through the waves and keep a little bit of twist without being too flat. So a lot of the work we're doing with it is actually upwind, and downwind it's almost always just dropped all the way. And then if we're not going fast enough, we just pull a bit of cano for some twist.
So it's basically working like an outhaul type system.
Outhaul. Yeah, we get like maybe this much distance off our boom.
And you beat Darren Bundock and Glenn Ashby. You must be super happy about that.
Oh, mate, that's an all-time dream, really. So, yeah, super stoked about that. And no, mate, we're super happy with second place. So.
Okay, I'm really pleased to be there, and I would say that the event met our expectations. Even we would have been happy to have more European teams, but the numbers are excellent considering the distance from Europe. We got 5 continents represented, many top sailors from everywhere in the world. On top of this, some legends such as Darren Bundock and Glenn Ashby. And I'm really convinced that this event will boost the Australian Class Association and using what I'll call the world effect. And we already get 20 plus more teams and members for the Class Association, which is excellent.
We've been together to 7 World Championships. I've been to a few others with other crews previously, and this is our first victory, although we've been on the podium I think 5 or 6 times maybe.
Yeah, we've been banging on the door for a long time, so it's nice to finally get one.
and it's in your home waters. This is your home club, is that right?
That's right, yeah. This is ground zero for us, our local. So yeah, great that we don't have to pack the boat up.
Yeah, I've actually been a member at this club for 45 years, since we were over on the other side of the point, and although we almost never sail here, it is our home club, and I'm very proud to get a result for Jervoise Bay Sailing Club.
I think word on the street was that Bundy and Ashby were going to clean up, and our response to hearing that they were coming was great. We can't wait to race against those guys and hopefully take it to them. So yeah, we're really happy. We didn't think we were the favourites, but it's nice to come away and yeah, win it.
Yeah, I'm the builder of the Windrush Edge at Windrush Yachts,
and I'm the sailmaker of Next Gen Sails.
And so every part of that boat was built at a little factory 15 kilometres from where we're sitting right now.
By both of you?
By
both of us, yeah. Everything's homemade.
And both of you basically built the entire boat?
Yeah.
That's right. Even Brett even designed the mast extrusion.
So yeah, it's a pleasure to have this class, which is sort of a semi-open class where you can really experiment with a few things and put into it some of your own ideas. And it's 16 years ago now that we did this hull design, and it's been a fast boat all of the time, and it's just an easy boat to sail. And we really do very little sailing. Generally, we would do 2 or 3 events a year, which might be the Worlds and the Australian Championships. This year, we decided to go to St. Bart's as a bit of a warm-up in November, and also a holiday, because we knew we would have a massive push when we got back to complete the 5 boats that we had to complete for this event for customers and for ourselves.
Yeah, and I had about 20 million sails to build as well. So we didn't get much time on the water, but we were around sailing and still thinking about it, and yeah, chewing it over in our minds, what the racing's going to look like, sort of doing visualization and just bouncing ideas off each other on what we can optimize on our boat. We've been plugging away the F18 for a long time, developing our sails, developing the platform, and sailing together a lot, and we've done a lot of losing together as well, which I think is the important thing to remember, is that when you go out and you get beaten, you need to learn from it, and we've been doing so much of that, and we're starting to put together all of the mistakes. We've been sailing together for so long that we can sail around the race course almost in complete silence.
We almost never speak.
We change gears just by reading each other's minds and body movements and stuff. When Brett, I don't even know what he does, but he does a little jink on the helm or something, and I go, oh yeah, we're changing into low mode, and so I'll change gears like that, and then I'll grind some more main on, and Brett goes, oh yeah, Max wants high mode, and he'll adjust. Like we sail as one person almost.
Yeah, we're fully in sync.
And the only time we really chat about stuff is like a global strategy, or maybe what's for dinner.
Well, where are we going to go tonight?
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, well done, guys. I've been watching you for a long time, seeing you on the podium a lot, but never getting that #1 spot.
Yeah.
So it's awesome to finally get it on your boats, your gear, in your home club. Like, you couldn't ask for anything better.
No, I'm very proud of that. And also, this week we lost one of the Australian legends of coaching, Mike Fletcher, and really the day after he passed away, we were able to win 2 races, and I said to you, John, that's for Fletch. So yeah, I'm really pleased that he was able to have something to do with me quite a while ago, and he really was a legend.
Awesome. Thanks.